Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the educators joining us for the closing ceremony of the International Educators Bootcamp. I hope you all are sound and safe. Hi, everyone. Of course, we are going to follow the ritual that we do in each and every session. Drop a hi with your name and the country you are from. We have a lot more coming towards you guys in this closing ceremony, and I'm very excited for this. We will be having an expert panel session. We will be talking about what's next. We will be talking about what exactly we are coming up for the students. And we will also be discussing about the top performance criteria and about capstone project at the end of the closing ceremony. So I request you all to please stay tuned till the end so that all your doubts regarding the same are sorted. So we have people joining us from Greece, India, Pakistan, Ghana, Portugal, South Africa as well. I'm so happy to have you all. We will be starting our ceremony soon. So each and every one of you, I request you to please scan the QR code that is there in front of your screen to fill the post survey form. As we all discussed in the previous sessions, that filling the post survey form and the pre-survey form is one of the criteria to get your participation certificate. So make sure to fill the post survey form. I'm also dropping down the link in the chat box. So please make sure you're filling the post survey form. The QR code is there in front of your screen. Plus, the link is shared in the chat box. We will be starting our grand ceremony in just a moment. By the time I request you all to please fill the post survey form. And there will be no attendance form for the closing ceremony. We have people joining us from Indonesia, India, Greece, Pakistan, South Africa, Portugal. I'm so happy to have you all here. And Lebanon as well. Before we begin the closing ceremony, I request you all to please fill the post survey form. This is one of the criteria to get your participation certificate and participate in the top performers race. So make sure you're filling the post survey form.
Hi everyone.
Hello, Ms. Pancham.
Sorry for the delay.
No worries. We are live. We will be following you up for the exciting announcement that you have for the audience joining us on YouTube Live.
Definitely.
So I think without further ado, let's begin our closing ceremony. So once again, I welcome all the esteemed educators to the grand closing ceremony of the International Educators Bootcamp on PictoBlox Junior Blocks. Over the past few days, we have journeyed together exploring the incredible potential of junior blocks. Your passion and dedication have turned this bootcamp into an inspiring experience for all of us, one that will ripple out our classrooms around the world. As we gather for this closing, let's celebrate the connections we have made and the knowledge we have gained. And this is not the end, but a new beginning, one where you will empower the next generation of innovators and dreamers. A huge shout out and thank you to all of you for being a part of this transformative journey. Here's to making education brighter, bolder, and more exciting than ever before. All of this without the help of our supporters won't be possible. Before we wrap up, I would like to take a moment to extend our heartfelt thanks to all the incredible supporters who have made this bootcamp possible. Your unwavering support, whether through resources, guidance, or simply believing in our vision, has been the backbone of this event. Without you, this transformative experience wouldn't have been the same. So a huge shout out and thank you to all the supporters of this bootcamp journey. Let's recap our incredible journey of this International Educator Bootcamp on PictoBlox Junior Blocks. We kicked off with Junior Blocks, exploring motion and looks palette to bring characters like Toby to life. We then learned story making using control and event palettes and sound palettes to create engaging scenes, including fun activities like Toby and John playing football. Next, we mastered game designing, building interactive games like Catch the Fruit, and even ventured into custom character design with unique patterns. Finally, we introduced you to AI, using face detection and hand detection for interactive activities like react to clues, and sketch in the air. This bootcamp has empowered educators with creative tools to transform classrooms into dynamic learning environments. We have covered a lot of aspects on PictoBlox Junior Blocks and even guided you how you can take forward and transform your classroom. And I hope you feel confident enough after this bootcamp to cater the needs of the young generation. Without further ado, I would like you to meet our expert panelist. Today, we have Mr. Swapnil Kumar, who is the Head Development and Sales of STEMpedia. And we have Mrs. Ani Kumar ma'am, who is HOD of CS in Vikas Bharati Public School and a National ICT awardee. We welcome you, ma'am and sir, for the expert panelist discussion. Starting up, we will be having few questions for both ma'am and sir who has joined us. Starting with you, Ani ma'am. Ma'am, can you please introduce about your work and then I can put up some more questions ahead?
1 minute, Vivek, can you please reiterate the question?
Yeah. So, ma'am, can you just give a short introduction about yourself and your work?
Okay. So I'm myself Annie and I'm working as HOD Computer Science at Vikas Bharati Public School, and it is around more than 19 years in this teaching experience. And in this duration, we have done lots of, because I had a bent in the STEM project. So because of that, we are doing lots of robotics, lots of coding competitions, and even we have ICT club in our student where kids develop so many different types of projects, not only on normal projects, but also not only on the this software based, but also they are developing hardware, and that is integrated with programming. And with the help of this programming and hardware integration, they are able to solve so many sustainable development challenges. Like they have developed Cancer Scope is one project. One project that we are doing in our school is Unwavering, that is for the agriculture. And we had a project on seed sowing, and like one project is for blind people. Some of the projects we have also done for like hearing impaired, it is speech recognition. And even one is like you can diagnose the emotions. And so there are lots of projects that we are doing. It is not only AI, IoT, everything, hardware and software integrated. So because of that, what we could see that actually being a teacher, it is our sole responsibility to build the future generation who is having the 21st century skills. So by using these technologies and by doing these projects, we could see that there are students who are doing wonders in their life. And when students move out, because I am also teaching students of grade 12th, and when they go out, they say that, ma'am, we are among all, when they check in their colleges, they say that we are the best because we have already done those things in the schools. So what happens that they are actually going beyond that. So this in if you are putting STEM based education in the school curriculum, then surely our kids are empowering and they are able to solve real world challenges, and they are able to see the pains in the society, and they can start even startups. So these all things we are able to do.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I really appreciate you working out, beyond what a teacher is expected to do and catering the needs of the students, providing them such an a very nice platform, plus a very nice area where the kids can explore these technological tools. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, moving towards the first question, what are the challenges that are faced by the current education system in enhancing and modernizing school education technology?
It is not only one challenge that we could see being a HOD, and since my school is like a good school and the very good school, whatever we demanded, we got it. But it is not the same in all the schools, and we could see that insufficient infrastructure is there. Even the internet connectivity. When I was taking classes with like people from South Africa, they said that it is so costly. Internet is so costly that attending a 1 hour session is actually very difficult for them. So internet is also going, it is not so easy for everyone. So, and even there is a scarcity of devices. There is a barrier, like there is financial constraint, even like acquisition, maintenance, upgrade of the necessary technology. Because what happens, technology every day it becomes old. So you buy a thing and after 1 month it becomes old. So that is again upgrading it, updating it. And there is a digital divide because there are children who are underprivileged backgrounds. They lack the access of technology. They have educational bad disparities are there. And there are teachers also who are not who are basically very resistant to change. They are not going to do away with the traditional educational setting, and that whatever progress they need to do, they are little constrained. There is a constraint in that also. And there is one more problem that we could see, that there is the privacy and the security concern. We are not dealing with those things nowadays. We are very easily posting the images, pictures, everything. So we need to think of those things also, because trust, confidence, and these all things are there that we need to cater. There's one more thing, we are not looking into the sustainable use of technology, like energy efficiency, responsible use of the electronic waste, and how it is like how are we going to work on the cleaner and the greener environment and the education system. So we are adopting the technology, but it should be something that we need to work on the sustainable, and as a sustainable, because it is not only for today, we need to think for the future generations as well. So it is our need of today that every educator and every people in the world, they think of how they are going to use the resources in such a manner that our future generations are also going to get those resources. So we as the educator, we have got lots of everyone is going to see to us because we are training our kids. So that's why I think there are so many challenges, and we need to fight those challenges and solve those, so that and even we have to update everything, we need to do it.
Right, ma'am. Very well explained all the challenges in a very beautiful manner, ma'am. We have Mr. Swapnil also. Mr. Swapnil, would you also like to share your thoughts on the same, and also how exactly STEMpedia is solving those demands and challenges?
Sure, sure. Thank you so much, Vivek, for the invitation. And Annie ma'am has actually shared some of the challenges which are really there on the ground. And these are challenges that are being faced by a lot of educators across the globe. Irrespective of countries, irrespective of language. These are agnostic. From these factors. So from our end, I had talked a little about accessibility yesterday as well. And that is something that is core, very much onto the core of all of our development. Whenever we talk about any kind of product development, any kind of curriculum development, any kind of teacher training modules that we are developing, competitions that we are doing, the idea has always been how to make it accessible, more and more and more. So, ma'am talked about the challenge in accessibility on three factors, as I could write it down. So one is on the digital devices, then to operate those digital devices, of course, internet accessibility is very important. And then to regularly run these programs, the financial constraints also in terms of the operation and maintenance of these devices is something that is a big hindrance. So that is why when we were developing the Quarky Ultimate Kit by Stempedia, the idea was that a single kit, if it can be utilized for multiple activities and multiple classes, right? And that is why I say, it is at the very core of our development. Even when we were doing PictoBlox development, our idea was that if it can be without any kind of dependence on internet, let's say apart from the updation of the software, so PictoBlox does not need that anymore. And then also in terms of devices, how it can be more and more democratized into getting into mobile devices, right? So that has been, I think, one of the key areas where Stempedia has also been working in. Apart from that, one more very beautiful point that ma'am raised is the kind of there is sort of a hindrance, with our school teachers from moving to traditional forms of technology or teaching to these new forms of technology and teaching methodologies. And that is also something, in this educator boot camp as well, we have covered very thoroughly in terms of how these new technological innovations and tools can be utilized into the classrooms by the educators, right? And finally, on the sustainable use of technology, I think that is where I am pretty sure Pancham will come in. Something that we have been working on our next big announcement. So I'll not take the limelight away from Pancham ma'am for that. But we are definitely working quite a lot on how to introduce sustainability again, not as a subject, right? As a way of living, and with the use of technology, how that can be propagated and completely that can be implemented in somebody's life. So yeah, that is it from my side.
Actually, to be very frank and honest with you, Mr. Swapnil sir, that everybody, not just me, but all the educators who have joined us live on the YouTube live also aligns with all the challenges that both of you have beautifully covered. So thank you so much for that. Moving towards the next question to Miss Annie ma'am. Ma'am, how can we ensure teachers are up to date with these latest technological advancements so they feel confident and capable, and especially as students are also quickly adapting to these new tools?
Uh, I can explain the technique that we adopt in our school. In our school, what we are doing as we talk about the peer learning in case of students, but we are doing peer learning in case of teachers. What we are doing, we are training 4 or 5 teachers, and they further train their group. Like, it has worked a lot, and it is very easy. Like, for example, if I am today, I come to know about any tool that is helping me to do my day-to-day activities in a very faster and efficient manner, what I'll do, I'll make a video out of that, and if I get time, I will call all the teachers and explain it to it. But if I don't get time, what I'll do, I'll create a video and share it with everyone in my school, and even I'm sharing with my other community, those who are outside my school, all my other friends also. So this way, what I could see, that it is a very good technique, like webinars, and if you are having professional development, so teachers need to upgrade themselves, because our students are upgraded nowadays. These are not the old students whom we were teaching. Now they are more techno savvy. So we need to upgrade ourselves so that we are at par with them, so that we can explain them, or we can not only teach them, but we can mentor them so that they are able to solve any problem, or we are up to mark, because students won't adopt us if we are not as per their thought process. So because of that, we need to upgrade ourselves, because the world is changing, technology is changing. So for that, we can adopt this technology. And I have seen by this methodology, all teachers, even the Hindi teachers in my school, they are using the technology in the best possible manner. You can ask them to take a session, they would very efficiently use any technology, and they are able to do their work. Because teachers need to upgrade, and for that you have to follow a practice, or it is not always that by willingness. Now it is the need of the hour that everyone need to upgrade themselves, and they can go for some proctored exams also. By doing those proctored exams, this is a very good practice we had adopted in our school. We are asking the teachers to give those proctored exams, and by giving those proctored exams, they are practicing, because it's so long that we had done our college and we have done our B.Ed and all. So it is like so many years we have not given exam on purely. By giving exam also, children study. So for the same thing lies with us also. If there is an exam that we have to give, surely we are going to work for that, and we are going to learn so many things. And if you're going to learn, naturally you're going to adopt in your teaching learning process. So I think that proctored exam has also helped so many teachers in our school to upgrade themselves. And when you have that knowledge, they are using those technology in their classroom teaching. So this I think has motivated them, because when you're giving exam, you get a certificate, you get some award. So these all things are actually some motivation, appreciation. It also works. So this has helped our teachers to grow.
Well answered, ma'am. Mr. Swapnil, would you like to add few points to the same?
I think, in my opinion, again, I completely resonate with the points that have been shared by ma'am. Actually, it is not anymore a kind of a hobby to upgrade yourself. In the world that we are living in, it is a need, it is a necessity these days. And that is why it is very important for the teachers to stay updated. As ma'am mentioned, there are a lot of groups, there are a lot of newsletters also that are these days coming in, right? A lot of magazines also that are coming in into the schools. Are also covering these subjects in a lot more depth now, right? Apart from that, as ma'am mentioned, there are proctored exams. There are also certification courses that actually we are also working on, and something that we wanted to share with you guys as well. But definitely, I completely resonate with ma'am. There are definitely exams. There are different groups, communities, but the most important thing is the zeal and the motivation to keep learning, right? And that is how you will find those new avenues to make yourself updated.
Thank you so much, Mr. Swapnil, and thank you so much, Ani ma'am, for sharing your insights and expertise on the same. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mr. Swapnil, moving ahead, we would be more than happy to know what are the plans that we are having in the near future.
Sure. Thank you so much, Vivek. If Yeah, great. So, this I wanted to share a little bit about our journey and what we have been working on here at STEMpedia. So, of course, as some of you might know, we are there in this space of you know coding, artificial intelligence, robotics, STEM, tinkering. We have been in this space for around 7 years now, and we are looking for some new areas where we are doing some development that we wanted to share with you all. So if we can move to the next slide, Vivek, just very quickly, I wanted to share with you guys again the vision that we have of transforming our young minds into innovators. Our target is that we want to reach the number of around 100 million young minds who have taken a journey with us. We have taken only a small step in that direction with only around 5 million odd students that are there as a part of our journey. So we are looking to expand, first of all, the reach of our programs. Of course, all of you have experienced our learning methodologies, our teaching methodologies, our tools, right? So a big request and a big shout out to all you guys and all you educators. If you can spread the good word, spread a good word about Picto, what you are liking about it, not liking about it, and we are always there to innovate on all aspects. So yeah, that is a little bit about what we are trying to achieve in the next coming years. Next slide, please. And to help realize that goal, we have been expanding our team quite a lot. So some of you might have met Drupal and Pankaj, who are the co-founders of Stempedia. Apart from that, we have grown our leadership team quite a lot. So some of you might have interacted with me. I lead the business development at Stempedia. We have Nishit, who heads the product design. So all the cool gadgets that you are seeing these days, whether it is Quarky, whether it is PictoBlox, the new development that is going on is being headed by Nishit and his team. Some of you might have interacted with Vikas, who is leading the marketing and growth initiatives at Stempedia. Then there is Samyak, who is guiding us on the accounting and finance sections. And then there is Alok, again, somebody whom a lot of you might have interacted with, who is the education head, has been in the education space for a very, very long period, and has been really guiding our team very well. Apart from that, when I talk about our mentors, investors, we have a tie-up now with the Aalto University in Finland. So all of our curriculum programs are being monitored, are being guided, and are being accredited by the Finnish education system as well, something that all of us really look up to. Then a new addition has been Mr. Utkarsh, who is a technology leader, one of our seniors from IIT Kanpur. A great chap, has been leading the technical architecture of Flipkart, which was one of India's first startups. So he has a lot of experience in that regard. But we believe with this team and with a larger team, we now have around 140 people and more than 140 people here at Stempedia. We are very confident that with all of your support, we'll be able to achieve our goal of transforming 100 million minds into innovators. Next slide. Coming to some specific pointers about what things we have been working quite a lot upon. So, as I stressed yesterday as well, and today also I want to highlight this. So, we are working across all kind of age groups and demographies uh, to deliver solutions. So, for very young age groups, the way we have PictoBlox Junior now, we have something known as Smart Anganwadi program. So, it is like a play school that we have identified, but these are government play schools which can be transformed into a smart play school with our computational thinking devices, some of which you might have been introduced to, and some of which I'll introduce to you just in a couple of slides. Then we have done a lot of work on Bala as a concept, building as a learning aid, which is something that is very popular uh, form of learning, especially for early childhood education. Apart from it, a lot of interactive content is also something that we have been focusing on, because for younger minds, we cannot depend and rely only on books and written content. We are focusing a lot on creation of interactive AV content, so to say, audio visual content. Right. For primary schools, we are focusing on programs that are again focused on computational thinking, on problem solving with the help of coding AI robotics. But again, not as coding AI robotics as a subject, but thinking more in terms of how our students can learn to think in a lot more depth, right? So that has been a lot of that is where a lot of our development has gone on in the last 1.5 years. Apart from that, for middle schools, all of you are aware, we work in AI robotics labs, STEM labs, training programs for teachers, for students. We are also working quite a lot upon AR and VR, something that I'll introduce to you guys in the subsequent slides. We have been working a little on the drone aspects as well, and how the entire concept of design thinking can be transformed with the help of technology, right? And 3D printing, of course, covers a very central piece into the entire design thinking education across the globe, right? And then we are also venturing into higher education now. We want to set up center of excellence for diploma graduates, for undergrads, which are not only from the engineering background. We have a lot of development going on also for sciences, natural sciences like biology, zoology, and then chemistry. We are working a lot on development of virtual labs that can be used in these directions as well, right? Next slide, please. With a very similar kind of tech stack than what we had last year, but there are some new additions that I'll show to you guys. There is, of course, the educational kits that we have. We have the PictoBlox. These are the basic tools, and then on these we have built our products, which are the curriculum, which are the teacher development programs, student development programs, of course, that some of you might have witnessed from our side, and which is topped off by our competition Codeavour. Right. Next slide. Yeah. So wanted to focus on this product first of all. This is something that we are very, very proud of launching. So WizBot is something that we believe has the capability of transforming the early childhood education and primary education across the globe. We are already working with some of our partners on a pilot basis. And now we believe we are at the juncture where we can have a full-fledged rollout of this kit. So this is a button-based programming kit, something that you might have seen with Kubo Robotics, right, with Botley, but at a much more affordable price range. So we are keeping it somewhere around $30 to $50. And the idea being that, in this price range, a lot of students can get benefited, and especially with primary school, as Annie ma'am also suggested, the accessibility, especially financial, is a very big burden. So we have various modes of it. It is in rechargeable batteries, it is in AAA batteries, which are non-rechargeable as well. So there are different modes we have been working on. But again, something that is very well integrated with the junior blocks as well. We believe this kit can be used for basic numeracy, basic literacy based learning, computational thinking, problem solving. So there is a lot of arenas also that we have built. And you guys will be getting a detailed write-up of this very shortly. So do fill out the post survey form so that we can get your contact details and also share these details with you. Right. Next, Vivek. Next, of course, with PictoBlox, last year we had done a lot of development on block-based coding. You saw some new extensions going on. On Python, of course, some of you have already witnessed. We are working on a Python notebook similar to Jupyter Notebook because a lot of users were requesting for it. Then we have also built a debugger mode, which is something that can be very transformative, especially for the students who are getting into Python education at an early age. For them, debugging can be a very big hassle, and especially for the teachers as well, to just go through the entire code and make sure that it is perfect. It is very tough. So we are building solutions in those aspects. Machine learning, of course, has already been there. And then there is a lot of development that we have done on the XR environment. So there are phase filters, there are physical simulations, physics that we have added, the trackers, right? And again, our entire model of AR VR is also dependent on block-based coding itself. So you can take up your AR VR environment and then push it into your block-based coding as well. Something that we believe would be making PictoBlox more as a creator tool rather than just an experiential tool, right? Next, please. Of course, all of you have got the PictoBlox Junior Blocks now and have installed it. Do spread a word about PictoBlox Junior Blocks. We are very confident that you must have enjoyed the journey that you have had with our bootcamp, right? And it is available now on Play Store, on App Store. We are also launching separate applications for it. And then, of course, with PictoBlox, you are getting the access to Junior Blocks already, right? Next slide. And coming to the 3D and XR Studio, something we are very excited about. As you can see, it is bound to transform the entire journey with which the subjects of digital literacy, how coding AI robotics is being perceived. A lot of students, a lot of teachers ask us, hey, blocks are, already pre-programmed, right? What are you teaching? There is no innovation. So we heard you, right? And we have been building on that aspect. Now you can create, now students can create almost their entire 3D world on the PictoBlox 3D and XR Studio. A lot of physics simulation, a lot of science simulation, a lot of astronomy simulations, good compatibility with renowned devices, whether it is the MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 2, any kind of, I would say, the simulation devices that you have. We are very well compliant and very well working with it. You can do the programming on blocks, on Python. So very well aligned with the entire PictoBlox ecosystem as well. So stay tuned for that as well. I think September would be the day, the month in which we'll be launching it for you guys. Right. Next slide, please. And yeah, that's it from my side. It has been a very transformative and a very nice journey with all of you in this boot camp. And we hope to see you guys very soon with more initiatives from STEMpedia as well. So over to you, Vivek. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Swapnil, for sharing what exactly we bring on the desk of all the educators to transform the classroom, not just for the classroom, but also transform the young students to be more, towards and using these technological skills. Thank you so much for that. Now, without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to Ms. Pancham Chopra to take it forward.
Thank you so much, Vivek. Hi, everybody. I'm Pancham, and I'll take you through an innovation festival that we organize every year called as Codeavour 6.0. So Codeavour is an innovation festival for the next generation where we focus on AI, robotics, AR, VR, and many more such technologies and innovations of our young minds aged 7 to 18 years of age. This prestigious international event invites young innovators to craft cutting-edge projects using PictoBlox with the inspiring goal of making the world a better place. And through dynamic and interactive activities, participants can embark on an exhilarating journey into artificial intelligence, coding, and robotics. Next slide, please. Next slide. So over the past 5 years, this coding endeavor is gathering young innovators from across the globe to showcase their innovative projects by pushing the boundaries of technology and shaping the future. So far, we've had more than 3 lakh participants coming across from 60 plus countries. And we have observed 10,000 innovative solutions developed by emerging innovators that effectively address real world challenges. So this innovation festival fosters a healthy competition, collaboration, and a sense of camaraderie among participants. So let's just have a quick look of a glimpse of our last Codeavour 5.0 International that was concluded in Dubai this year. Vivek, would you please help me with the video? Thank you so much, Vivek. Next slide. So this year at Codeavour 6.0 International, we focus to empower the next generation of change makers to create impactful solutions for the environmental challenges aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Developmental Goals. We bring new and latest technologies like 3D, XR environment, AI, and ML for students to explore as well. Participation also ensures access to a lot of self-learning resources, along with access to boot camps, seminars from experts to solve their doubts and queries. And finally, let's join hands together to make this platform accessible to more and more students across the globe. We look forward to a fruitful collaboration this year. And stay tuned as we launch our Codeavour 6.0 International next month. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Pancham, for quickly briefing us about Codeavour International, where we inspire the young minds to collaborate and showcase their creativity. Just to mention one more point, that is all the projects that you saw in the video, in the International Showdown video, were created on PictoBlox itself. So you see, PictoBlox is a one-stop solution for your classroom because students made such an amazing projects, and it was so fascinating to see how creative a young mind can be. So thank you so much for Ms. Pancham for giving us a brief about the same. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, I would like to introduce you all to Mr. Shubham Mandle, the community manager of STEMpedia, to tell you more about the upcoming plans for the educators. Over to you, Mr. Shubham.
Hi, Vivek. Thank you. Thanks a lot for this opportunity. So first of all, hi everyone. Hope you all learned a lot from this mini bootcamp of 5 sessions. So like this was a very fun-filled experience, particular for me because it was my first bootcamp in STEMpedia, and we had registrations from over 90 plus countries, and it was really heart-touching numbers to see that much participation from 90 plus countries. So the idea of this bootcamp on Junior Blocks was to introduce simple tools, and it was mostly targeted for primary teachers who can use this Junior Blocks and its environment to make their classes interactive and fun. But like we got to know that a lot of teachers who are from middle school, higher secondary schools, and secondary schools, they also joined us in this bootcamp journey. And plus, they were also keen on knowing when we'll be conducting the further bootcamps on Python, Python Notebook, or 3D and XR Studio, which Swapnil briefly talked about, and robotics. So in the coming months, we are planning for more of these short bootcamps on Python Notebook, 3D and XR Studio, and robotics. Also, we are simultaneously working on building teachers community, like our guest Anni ma'am shared how their peer learning in their school, how they started that peer-to-peer learning in their teachers community, in the small teachers community in their school, to make sure that other teachers from their school upskill themselves for the like 21st century skills. And we want to do the similar kind of activity globally. Like we want to build a teachers community which is as vibrant as ours throughout the bootcamp. Also, we have one WhatsApp group where you can share your doubts and concerns. Also, as our host, we will keep telling everyone, like, fill in the feedback, pre and post survey forms. So please do that, because after analysis of these forms, we'll try to improve upon whatever we are offering in the boot camp. In the upcoming boot camps, we'll try to incorporate all your suggestions, and we'll try to make it even better experience for all the educators. So stay tuned. And like, these were the things that, like, I want to thank all of you for being a vibrant community. Like, there were times when in India there is like 2 a.m. of the night, so no one is working, right? but even educators at that point of time from different time zones, they were asking questions, and fellow educators were answering their questions. And it was so heartening to see when we used to wake up early in the morning and we used to see these kind of things. So thank you all, thank you everyone for making this happen, and we'll connect again for future boot camps. And till then, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shubham. He's the man behind the Educator Bootcamp this year of PictoBlox Junior Blocks. Thank you so much, Mr. Shubham.
Thank you.
So moving ahead, let us talk about the top performers criteria, the one which you have been waiting for. So here are the major 5 points which you need to fulfill, upon which you will be able to take a part in the top performers race. So you have to make sure that you fill the pre and post survey form. You have to make sure that you fill all the attendance forms or the feedback forms, attendance come feedback form of all the sessions. Make sure your course is 100% completed over the LMS, the learning management system. All the assignments should be submitted, the videos, and the caption project to be submitted as well. So we are also going to announce the deadline. The deadline for submitting your project is going to be the 21st of August. So all of you are requested to complete all of these criterias by the 21st of August to compete in the race of top performers. And you might be wondering what exactly is up for the top 10 performers. The top 10 performers will be receiving STEMpedia's AI and robotic kits, a one-stop solution to transform your classroom and learn the 21st century technological skills. So these are the criteria for the top performers race. The caption project can be as creative as you want it to be. We will be evaluating the caption project based on the video plus the project that you will be submitting. We will also be sharing the criteria of the evaluation of the video, evaluation of your caption project as well. So the caption project evaluation will be done on the basis of your video that you will be creating for your caption project and submitting over the LMS, the Learning Management System course. Now, if you allow me to please share what is the evaluation criteria for the caption project. So the criteria for the caption project video evaluation is quite simple. The introduction of your video will be standing for 5 points. About your project will be standing for 5 points again. The project demonstration, how exactly your project is, what exactly your project is, and why. So covering all the aspects of your project and demonstrating it as well will cover 5 points. And 5 points will be for the innovative project idea, and creativity, of course, covers the innovative project idea as well. So total 20 points we will be calculating on all these areas. We will be calculating introduction, about your project, project demonstration, and how innovative or creative your project is. So in total, 20 points will be there and you will be marked for that. So maximum marks will be 20, and we will be a little strict towards the marking, because since you are not students, you are educators and teachers who are joining us. So we will be a little strict towards marking as well, so that we can also get non-biased results. So yeah, these are the criteria for the capstone project. So I hope that is clear to all of you. Now, before moving forward, once again, just a quick reminder, make sure that you have submitted the post survey form for this International Educators Bootcamp. As Mr. Shubham mentioned, that we will be coming very soon again for another bootcamp. So make sure to submit the post survey form, which will help us out to understand and get your feedback and suggestions and make your bootcamp journey for the upcoming ones more fruitful. So please take a time, to fill the post-survey form. The link is also there in the chat box as well. What about the assignments and the last dates? The assignments can be submitted later on as well. But if you want to take a part in the top performers race, you have to complete everything. The 5 points that I mentioned over here, these 5 points need to be complete to participate in the top performers race before or by the 21st of August. And after that, we will be announcing the results. Results will be announced online. It will be shared to all of you as well. So if you want to participate in the top performers race, you have to submit all the assignments, fill post and pre-survey form, all the attendance feedback forms, complete the entire course 100%, and submit your caption project too. And that too by the 21st of August. So of course, educators also do not forget to showcase your creativity, take a screenshots, snapshots, or make videos or montage of your creations of PictoBlox Junior Blocks and share it on your social media handles on LinkedIn or Instagram. And do not forget to tag us, Junior Blogs, PictoBlox, and STEMpedia. You can use these hashtags that are there in front of your screen. You can also tag me, the master trainers who have also, like also taught you in this journey of this Junior Blocks Bootcamp. So this is just a glimpse of, the creativity that you guys have shown over LinkedIn. There is much more, and I couldn't fit all of it together in one slide. So therefore, just a few glimpses of you sharing your creativity and feedback over the social media handles. So if you have any doubt, if you have any queries regarding anything regarding this bootcamp, please prefer using the WhatsApp and the Telegram group, the teachers community group. And the entire team of this bootcamp organization team, we will be there to help you out and resolve those queries and concerns at our earliest. So as we close this incredible journey, we want to thank everyone who made the International Educator Bootcamp on PictoBlox Junior Blocks a huge success. To the educators, you are the heart of this bootcamp. And your passion will be inspiring the students worldwide. And a special thanks to our bootcamp team and master trainers, Miss Devi and Miss Sridharni, for your dedication and expertise made that entire bootcamp experience very insightful. And together we have achieved something truly special. So I'm very grateful and thankful to all of you for being a part of this amazing experience. Thank you so much. Until we see you again, the bootcamp team is signing off. Bye-bye.